everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Lake of Voices. Now before I begin, I would just like to say that YouTube has been fucking with me lately. And basically what I mean by that is that whenever I upload a new video and it's like, I put it under public, you know, so everyone can see it. Whenever I hit publish, YouTube's like, oh, this video is set to private. If you want people to see it, set it to public. I'm like, that's weird. It's on public. It says public. And basically what's been happening because of that is also, so if you make content and you upload and all that kind of stuff, and you go to YouTube Studio, and you go look at your dashboard, it normally has like your latest upload right there. But for me, it's like uploads from a few days ago. Yesterday, when I checked my analytics, looked at my dashboard, it was the video that was on there was Arya's story, which was Saturday's video. Yesterday was Monday. So, it's been like this for over a week now. And I don't know if it's just me, or maybe if other channels are experiencing this. I don't know. I'm planning on contacting YouTube about it, but it's not that much of an issue, but it's becoming annoying, and it's going to be a little bit more concerning if it continues, because, like, I'm not saying YouTube is my job or anything, but, like, if I was a YouTuber that was actually trying to make money off my videos, and, like, what if, just hypothetical here, I was a YouTuber that was making money off my videos, but because YouTube kept setting my videos to private whenever I would publish, like, upload them, even though I specifically put public, that my subscribers didn't get my videos at all, or couldn't see them, even though I set it to public. Like, that would be a huge issue. So I'm just gonna bring that up now. I don't know if anyone's gonna see this video, but... And I was planning on making my own separate video for this, but, you know, I don't have time to edit right now. I have finals this week. I'm a senior. I'm gonna graduate. So I'm just getting that out of the way now. But anyways, now that I've dedicated 3 minutes to explaining all that, let's just jump back into this game. This one. I'm not sure how close we are to land, but we have definitely made progress at a steady rate. I find my vision drifting down to the string between the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. I also have my windows open. I hope my neighbors don't hear me. But they probably do. It delicately sways to the rhythm of our steps. It eases my mind. The Nixie girl louder again, their whispers ringing in an eerie chorus from both sides of the bridge. Between their chatter, I hear what I believe is a sigh from the guide.
Kika.
What? The sound of my name spoken so irritably catches me off guard. Despite how serious he seemed in that moment, the guide doesn't continue further. I wait. What? Still not another word. It's unusual for the guide to second-guess himself in such a way. I'm at a loss for how to react. Does he, of all people, need encouragement to continue, or would it merely be an annoyance? I'm supposed to wait for the timer. It seems he truly has no desire to continue. I have no right to push the issue. The two of us keep pace. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. The two of us keep pace as we cross bridge after bridge. Occasionally, I catch sight of a prowler down another pathway. That is the closest to danger we come. Light begins to filter through the darkness, illuminating the fog.
We're going to run. We can still make it.
Okay. I tense at his words, but nod firmly. There is no gradual increase of pace. The two of us dash down the bridges frantically as the sun rises higher and higher. The silhouette of land comes into view in the distance, and the end of the bridges practically rushes toward us. Seconds later, we are free of them. I feel my feet plunge into the sandy shore and nearly collapse as we get away from the waterline. I struggle to catch my breath. The guide lightly crouches, using his staff to support himself. Just lightly crouches. He's doing that Russian. Oh, you know those Russian people. The Russian Slavic slouch. No, not slouch. You know what? Oh, squat. I almost forgot the word. It was squat. I was looking for squat. Doing the Russian squat over there. He still takes a moment to reassure me, explaining through gasps that Bimali could not remain here on the shore because it would have been too unsafe. My legs quiver below me as the adrenaline rushes out of my body. I was quietly for a few moments, taking time to allow my breathing and emotions to settle down. Despite my exhaustion, I feel touched as I'm reminded by just how much the guide risked coming back out to find me. I'm so grateful to have reached this far, and I am just as glad that he survived. Tears begin to stream down my cheeks. The guide straightens himself out with one more deep breath. I smile at him as we catch eyes. Aw. I'm amazed when he, ever so slightly, returns it. Oh my god! He's smiling at me! Oh! Oh my god! Yes! Get some! Get some with the shocked guy. Look at his face, though. Look at those lips. Those are some cocksucking lips that he has got. Oh, crap, fuck. No. No, wait, how do I... There we go. Why do I keep doing that? I've been doing this for, like, years. 1 year. And I just didn't do it right. But look at those lips, though, dog. Is he gonna smile? Or is he gonna just keep looking at us like, that's a boob? He looks like he's like a little kid that just sees a boob for the first time. Like a 9-year-old little boy. Or like a 9-year-old little boy that watches a prank invasion video for the first time. The sight is enough to rob me of my better judgment. I close the remaining distance between us and wrap my arms around him. His eyes widen and he stiffens in my embrace. I rest my head gently against his shoulder and begin to cry anew. Between my sobs, I manage to speak.
We made it.
Yep. Okay, stop crying. You're gonna make me cry.
Yes.
Yes, we have. I hold him for just a little longer, reveling in the joy that it's finally all over and we're both alright. I'm aware I'm lingering, so I let go of him, making sure to step back some at the same time. He's just like, what the fuck just happened? I feel violated. He in turn puts even more distance between us. The guide pointedly looks away in a manner that can only be seen as bashful. Aww. I start to feel the heat rise to my cheeks and likewise look away. I survey our surroundings instead. My thoughts slowly begin to format themselves properly. Sorry. Excuse me. Since Bemele is not here, I should reunite with him at Hemmer, the village we were assigned to. Inevitably, my mind also drifts to those who did not make it here, the ones that no one will ever be able to see again. A seeking feeling grows in the pit of my stomach. The guide's nervousness has calmed and his cold glare has returned as sharp as it ever was. He speaks to me with a distant tone.
You cannot stay. Even if we've left the night behind us, this place is not safe. And now there is nothing here for you. Leave.
I just realized that his eyebrows are a different color than his hair. Like, I mean, I knew it was a different color, but I never acknowledged it until just now. What the fuck? It should have been like one of the first things I ever said! Was that his... I'm stupid. I stand up stock straight and turn to face the guide directly. He grabs hold of the thread that has been connecting us all this time and snaps it. The symbolism of that gesture is not lost on me.
When you leave, I ask that you share your experience with those who might wish to cross the lake. Let them know the toll it takes. I cannot say this to most because they may question my commitment, but I do not believe you will. If you are willing, I would like to have your support in my foolish dream of keeping others away from Sinlos.
Regardless of how he delivered the message, I am moved by the sincerity in his words.
I will. I will do whatever I can to ensure no one I know takes the journey.
He gives me the barest hint of a smile. I'm acutely aware of the terrible circumstances surrounding this experience. It drags my spirit down again. Still, if the guide can smile and thank me, then I should at least reciprocate. He turns his gaze downwards, the faint smile having not yet faded. I hope that his goal will be achieved one day. ... I teeter in place uncomfortably. Finally, I seal myself and take a breath to force my words out.
I'd like to see you again. One day.
You can't.
But I want to. His response is immediate and severe. That reaction doesn't surprise me, nor does it put any kind of damper on my determination.
I won't attempt to cross the bridges. I will only come to meet you.
His expression tightens slightly.
And when will you do so? While I am asleep during the day so I can guide at night? When I am on the island during a crossing? Or will you attempt to have a discussion with me while travelers are waiting to begin what will likely be their last journey?
Okay, stop being salty. With each question he poses, his frustration grows. I match his expression with a hard stare of my own.
I will find a way.
Ooh.
There is no way. You have to move on. Life does not exist as long as you remain in Sinlos. It is a purgatory residing on the edge of death.
Then what about you? You deserve a life of your own, same as anyone else. I don't understand.
He nearly shakes his head.
It is too late. The dead cannot be revived.
As if to illustrate his own point, the light drains from his face and it becomes an image of emptiness.
Leave this place and never come back. Please.
But I want to get laid! What the fuck, man? Live a little. You can just go fuck on the bridges, you know? Let the Nixie join if they want, you know? I know they can shapeshift, so... yeah. What is wrong with me? Everything! Good discussion. I stare at him hard, hard as a dick. Before lowering my head, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm being unreasonable. It doesn't matter what I would like for the guide. It is his decision. All I'm doing is being selfish.
I'm sorry. That was out of hand.
He doesn't answer me. I look up from the ground, my face serious again.
I will inform the village I'm heading to and my own that the bridges are not to be crossed.
He looks into my eyes for a heartbeat before nodding, satisfied with my answer.
Goodbye. Thank you for your guidance. I am grateful.
My voice drops to slightly above a whisper.
Be safe.
He doesn't react to the request. I wait for a moment, then start walking into the forest. There's a lump in my throat. I know that once I step away from this lake, I will never see him again. That fact is a painful gouge in my chest. We were with each other for only a short time, but I cannot deny that he has had a greater effect on me than almost anyone I have ever met. I allow myself to look back one last time. Oh my god. Achievement unlocked. Connection. The rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Let don't know the rest of the song lyrics. I just know it. We know that it's probably magic. And have a sleep. Blah, 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 blah. The guide is looking at me with a quiet, solemn expression. Watching him stand all alone on that shore, appearing the way he does, he seems lost. But it is abundantly clear that this is his honest wish. That somehow makes it all the more heart-wrenching. Only he can save a person from Sinlos. There is not anyone who can do the same for him. I desire nothing more than to do something. Something to stop this lake from taking so much. I finally believe I understand him in a small way. However, we have separate paths we must follow, and they cannot meet again. I turn forward again and walk with purpose, further and further away from the cursed lake and the brave guide who dwells there. That's depressing, man. I wanted to get laid, not be sad and not get laid, you know? With a solemn heart, I at last arrived at Hummer. They were grateful to see me, for it was a desperate situation indeed. The urgency meant that my mind during the moments of calm, I remembered the lake. Bemele was of great help, Nor could I miss the distance that had grown between us. He spoke fewer words to me, and I never gave him many either. Yet he seemed stronger than I had seen before. I admire his will. When receiving payments for his services, the guide must give a report of all those who both succeeded and failed to cross the lake. The name and fate of Margaret soon became known in Hummer. I added that she was an intelligent, thoughtful person and urged them to show respect for her passing. I hope that one day I will have the opportunity to go to her hometown and give my own proper respects. His retelling of events had little to say of Lou. I know that is because he was not meant to be there and was never one to open up, but it still saddens me to face how I never truly got to know who he was. Why was that so hard to read? I can only pray that those who cared for him will learn the truth of what happened. I worry about when I must return home to my usual life. It will be difficult to continue as things were before. One thing I know for certain is that my village elder must be told that no one is to cross Sinlos again. I have already told the Hemmer leaders the same. Not a single more person should have to experience what we did. Its darkness will remain with me for the rest of my days. Though so much was lost, I try to believe that our lessons will keep others from suffering the same way, and in the end, something will be gained. Hell yeah, let's get to that guide! After arriving at my homestead at the end of this long journey, I decided to take a chance. I requested an audience with my leader and presented a letter to give to the guide when he next makes a report. He graciously accepted my request. Later, I was informed that the guide did indeed receive the message. He gave no response, either positive or negative. I cannot be sure if he does not mind or simply does not care. He may not have even read my letter. How dare he? This is like I'm giving you so many opportunities to get in my pantalones, and you're not taking them. Are you gay? Oh, what if he is gay? I'm sorry. Oh, gay pride month, LGBT Pride Month and all, but come on. Come on. I know you wanted it. I could see it in your dead eyes that you wanted it. You wanted me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need help. But I want the two of us to remain connected, even if in just a small way. I cannot give in after all, it seems. Something in me feels he wasn't too caught off guard that my stubbornness extends this far. Until he orders I cease communication entirely, I will keep him in my life, no matter how distant, while sharing a window into my own. And all the while I will continue to support the secret wish he keeps, the one that I now share. Cute. Achievement unlocked. Lost. Nice. You know what? You know what? We'll finish it off. We'll finish it off strong. This will be the last episode. I have to get a new game after this, but we're going to load and we're going to get the final ending. Okay. Guide.
Yes?
Now we're going to say for next thing. If you'd like to speak, please do so. The guide sighs. There's a feel to it that I've never heard from him before.
I apologize for what I said earlier, before the bridge sank. At the time, I was simply frustrated. This journey has not gone as I would have liked. Yet, that is no excuse for my behavior.
You're apologizing to me? Oh, guide, I wish I could kiss you right now. I'm not sure what to say. Was that truly worrying him? Unexpected seems much too weak a word to describe this.
I have grown accustomed to withholding sympathy from those I guide in order to protect myself. But that does not mean I do not feel it. At least, I wish to think that I still do. Somewhere deep within me.
Oh. To hear him speak this way is more meaningful than he might realize. It reflects my own mindset.
I assumed that was the case. One cannot get angry if one does not feel something. When indifference is merely a mask, it can be hard to maintain. I understand that all too well.
Aw.
It seems you do. We have that much in common.
We have things in common, guys! Does this mean you're gonna fuck me now? Please do. I wanna get laid. I smell faintly.
Your mask is far more secure than mine.
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, now you're just being a little asshole. The exchange makes my smile grow. To truly connect with someone who I can relate to is nice. I didn't hope anyone felt that same sense of weakness I did.
I acknowledge the consideration you have shown towards me thus far. However, if you feel yourself sympathizing with me, you would do best to ignore it. Even if my position in life is difficult, I do not regret it.
I am not the only one who noticed the connection beginning to form. He would not have felt a need to reaffirm a sense of separation between us otherwise. Ooh, you cannot stay away from this hotness. You cannot deny the feelings you have inside. Boy! I just made my vision blurry for a second. Oof. I cannot help but reflect on all that I've learned about the guide on this painful journey we've shared. His determination in even the most difficult circumstances, his hope to keep others safe, his vexation at failing to do so, his concern for me and my wishes, and even his hints of humor. It is far too late for me to feel nothing towards him. Yep, I'm already like halfway on that dick already. Basically is what Kika's saying.
The most I could do now was hide behind that false mask of indifference. I cannot ignore your troubles so easily. I suppose this means I failed to follow your advice on finding a new perspective. If even you are not able to surmount those painful feelings, there is no chance for me. I won't run from what is difficult any longer. So I can say I followed that lesson from you, at least.
The guide pauses before speaking again.
Our situations aren't the same. You face your challenge willingly. I have no choice. In some ways, life is its own maze. There are so many directions ahead with no way of knowing where they will take you. But it is not that way for me. There is only this one path. I cannot go back. I cannot take another way. And I cannot stop.
Oh, come on, baby boy, you can.
Because that is true, I will continue to walk forward on my solitary bridge until the day I die here on this lake. I wonder if those who pass find peace at the end after all. I hope they do, for my own sake.
His voice remains strong, but it does not hide the sadness and loneliness from me. Oh, oh boy, he's so sensitive. Don't you guys just love sensitive boys? I don't know why I'm like this right now. I don't. I think it's a combination of me being tired and like not really giving a fuck. Cause I'm graduating this week, guys. Ooh, yeah. Ignore that. I don't know what's going on anymore. It is a desperate justification for me for the way he's spent his life to this point and how he intends to use his remaining time. I don't need to be convinced. You should not need to tell himself such words either.
You would make a very fine guard, and in your own way you are. My hope is that you're proud of all you've done these many years. You deserve to be.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We have sex now. Okay, I need to stop. Focus on the fucking game! His voice is soft, but I hear him fine through the silence. In this moment, it feels as though there's only us. Just the two of us! We can make it if we try, just the two of us. I don't know why I keep saying that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. That's not very nice, Kika. There are no more words between us, and we continue on. Occasionally, I catch sight of a prowler down another pathway. That is the closest to danger we come. Okay. I curl my fingers into tight fists. He only wants to do what he believes is best, what's necessary, but still.
I cannot accept that.
Ooh! He's furious for the briefest moment. Then the anger melts away and he sighs sorrowfully as he presses his forehead against his staff. The guard's eyes slip closed and he seems to be at a loss for what to do. I stand firm in place like a dick, though say nothing further, allowing him to gather his thoughts. After a few moments, he speaks without moving anything but his mouth.
I am not one who is skilled with words. I have had endless difficulties convincing people to listen to me in many situations. However, you have seen for yourself what Sinlos is. Why won't you leave?
Because your dick is worth it, man.
What do I have to do to make you understand that there is nothing you can gain from returning and so much you can lose?
His voice is steady and level, yet I sense desperation driving it.
There is something. You're here.
Aw.
I've come to know you during this journey, and I cannot simply leave you behind. Enough has been lost already.
That's so cute. His eyes flick open, settling on my face. His expression is unreadable. Suddenly, the guide stands upright. He turns his back to me and walks onto the bridges.
Wait!
Yeah, wait! I slip in front of the bridges wearily. Where did such incredible recklessness come from? I can't fathom what he's possibly thinking. I squint my eyes, trying to see into the fog. This is madness. But if it was a certain death, he would not have done it. I choose to believe in his abilities and hastily run onto the bridges after the guide. We've come too far for me to let go this way. To let go what? Okay. He doesn't venture very far into the maze. He has already stopped and moved to face me as I rush up towards him.
The sun has almost risen. The bridges will sink any moment. We need to return to the shore.
It's terrifying, isn't it? This lake and these bridges. You wouldn't deny that, would you?
Oh, you're doing this to fucking... Oh, I see your angle, man. Mister? I purse my lips together. It is impossible to guess where this is going yet, but I can deduce, let me deduce this, the result he's aiming for. Still, I have to answer honestly.
No. I can admit that being on these bridges and near the lake like this is frightening. I also am aware that those fears are grounded in a real threat. Neither of those are enough to make me forsake you.
You already have.
Forsake you. I look at him baffled. What does forsake mean again? What does that mean again? Forsake. Abandon. Oh, just abandon. Okay, yeah. I look at him baffled.
Sinlos is what created me. Who you see would not exist without this lake. I am reflected in it. On the surface, we are
Kisses water.
cold and unsettle those around us. If you peer any closer, you will only find darkness and ugliness.
You're not
You
ugly.
have to leave before you are lost to our heartless depths forever. Do you understand?
But you're hot. How can you be ugly?
I don't want to hear any more from you. I can't stand listening to it.
Oh my god, why do you gotta sound so nasally? I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but oh my god, the more angry you get, the more nasally you sound. Hey guys, I'm the cat. I'm gonna sound like me. I bite back some violent tears. Violent. You shouldn't have to do this.
Nothing has forced you to stay here. You have legs that could take you far away from this place. You choose to stay because you want to make a difference. It isn't the same. I know that you will never allow yourself to leave no matter the circumstances. Not after everything you have sacrificed. But why does that mean you have to be alone? I can't see that as the only way.
I stop puffing as I catch my breath. His only reaction is looking at me with a listless expression, vacant as the fog.
Go back to the shore.
I won't. Not unless you come with me. You understand these bridges far better than I. If it is safe enough for you to stand there, then it is safe enough for me as well.
His annoyance with me is clear. He is practically rolling his eyes. I much prefer this to how he was only moments before.
Can't you understand that I do not want you here? I wish to have no connection with the world I am separated from. My path is narrow, dangerously so. You're not aware of the weight your intrusion would truly have. But I can assure you, it will only cause us both to suffer unnecessarily.
I've said that I will do what it takes. We can fix what goes wrong or find a way to counteract it.
Man, I'm really thirsty for his cock, aren't I? His reply is scoffing, almost a laugh at how ridiculous his statement sounds to him.
There is no solution, only consequences. Any strength of yours is meaningless if I am weak, and I am much too weak. If I allowed you into my life, I could not properly act as the guide any longer. It would be the end of everything I've done.
His words. So you're basically saying, you're admitting that you're not qualified for the job you gave yourself? Then why would you keep working it? What? His words claw against my skin, painfully urging me to just stop this, yet I cannot. Hell nah! His life has been traumatizing. He's been alone all this time, and now remaining lost seems easier than reaching out to another person. It would be shameful if I abandoned him because it may make my life simpler.
Then I will shoulder the consequences for the both of us. You do not have to fear.
He stares at me with what I can only assume is disbelief.
So, this is what matters to you?
Yes. My face softens a bit.
I don't want to give in.
Why?
Because I want your fucking dick! That's why! Why do you think I've been trying so hard this whole time? It's for that glorious cock in your pantalones. I heard something outside of my window. It is a simple question. He has every right to ask it. I still wish he hadn't. I do not know if I am capable of explaining in a satisfactory way.
Because I'm sure it must be possible so long as I'm willing to try. And because you should not have to forego happiness. And because I care about you.
Excuse me? Is this for you? As much as I wish not to, I have to look away when I make my declaration.
I understand that Sinlos has done much to shape you into the man you are today. What I cannot believe is that it is everything. In the same way you have a name all your own that you keep hidden. I know you are more than the guide.
Oh. Oh. Tentatively, I look up at his face. He's far closer to me now. Oh, he's so hot. and cute at the same time. Isn't that weird? How you can find someone cute and hot at the same time? That's so weird. There's concern written all over his features, or possibly even pain. I say nothing more. I'm not able to. He looks down the bridge that leads further into the lake, with frustration rising to the surface again. He mutters something to himself. Even with the sun's light continuing to pour over these bridges, I remain standing in front of him with no intention of leaving. He seems to be grappling with what that means. The man with the secret name turns to face me once more. He appears deeply worn in with exhaustion, but he is smiling at me.
I can't see why you would make such a choice, but I accept it. I don't have another option. And I am ready now for this to stop.
Oh my god, we broke him! He sounds so cute when he's broken like this. I mean, not like, emotionally disturbed or broken like that, but I mean... Oh, that was so cute. Cautiously, he reaches his free hand towards me. He places it over my hand, holding it. Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god! I wince in shock from what is happening. Despite my confusion, I don't move to push him away. I want this behavior! I want him to realize that it is okay to reach out to me. No! Oh my god, we're gonna die! Seeing that I haven't rejected his touch, he tugs me in a little closer to him.
I am glad you shared your uncensored thoughts with me. You are admirable in many ways.
I feel like I'm about to die. I try not to look as bewildered as I feel, my heart racing for far different reasons than usual. It becomes even harder to articulate words.
You are admirable as well.
Oh, I'm blushing. He lightly chuckles, my heart lifts, elated to hear him laugh. I feel a reality where he smiles more often could come to be. But as quickly as I can think, his expression shifts to dark. I intend to ask why, but I am interrupted by him wrapping his staff hand around my back. He softly rests his forehead on mine. I'm gonna die. I freeze at the sudden intimacy. I suppose it is only fair considering what I did previously. Slowly but surely I find myself relaxing into his embrace. My eyes close with his. We're going to die!
I'm tired. This has been a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
We can rest.
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm. Da-da-da. Suddenly the world is tilting forwards. As my eyes open, the guide's falling backwards towards the edge. He smiles, keeping his firm embrace on my torso. My mind races wildly, madly, hopelessly as I try to do anything to stop our descent. But we're a second above the water. Oh, yep, we're gonna die. We crash to the surface of the lake, our bodies nothing but two dead weights locked together. We try desperately to at least get a breath, but we plummet down faster than I can handle, leaving me choking on thick water. Oh god, I knew I was gonna die. It presses in from every possible side, weakening me as we sink down. It grows darker as we descend further into the lake. My throat and chest burn so horribly I think I'm on fire from the inside. I can feel the water around us begin to move, squirming and slippery. The Nixie must have noticed our presence. Everything is a mess of shadows and blackness, but faintly through the thick water and blurring vision, I see a pale spot up against me. It's the guide. His figure in the water is the very last thing I feel as I feel a force pulling me. One more thought floats through my waterlogged mind as his form is taken further away. I was wrong. I never truly understood how he felt, not for one moment. Complete darkness envelops all my senses. Achievement unlocked. Empty. That is a disturbing ending to end on. It's like, I knew I was gonna die. I knew I couldn't have a happy ending with the guide. Oh my god. Damn. I'm just sad now. That's the end. This is the last episode, guys. Now I have to find a whole new game to start playing on Tuesdays. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode and game, then Leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, just like Kika with the guide, die safely. Bye-bye!